Papa the Rolling Stone is rolling on. What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know. Going back to see my baby. I ain't seen my wife in about 5 days, and I miss my baby. She's taking care of some business and stuff at the Red Brick House, and I'm headed down there to the Red Brick House. Woke up this morning in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, then stopped off at my house in Northern Virginia, and now headed to the Red Brick House. By the time it's all said and done, after getting out Miss Fletcher, your butcher blocks, your 3 of them are next day air. They'll be to your house tomorrow. Got those off and on the way to you. And I'm headed back down to see my baby. I can't wait to see my baby. Yeah. But I was seeing, and I wish I could stop and just sit down at the computer and keep up with everything. Tomorrow will be one of those days. Thursday, we'll be watching the first night of the Combine with my buddy, Game Time Brian, who's under the weather. You know, he's got a little bit of bug, can't go back to work till after Friday. So he's got some time, okay? So we're going to be talking about the Combine. But the Combine, you have formal interviews, and we've got a list of guys that the Cowboys have formally talked to. Now, the one thing that the Cowboys do is when you can get an idea, or you want to try and get an idea of who they're going to draft, just take a look at who they've had on their visits to AT&T Stadium, okay? So, one of the ones that gets me excited, okay, I understand I was disappointed in what happened with last year with Mozzie Smith. But see, just like my buddy, DMV said something to me years ago that has always stuck with me, which is really true, is when you control the middle of the field, you control the field. Now, he was talking about safeties and things, but also, too, about the tackles, okay? The thing about nose tackles, because it's not sexy. Listen, take a look. You see this? This is a nose tackle. It ain't sexy. It ain't sexy, okay? But, and it's not going to sell jerseys. It's not. It's not. But they're key to the end of your woes, your ups, your downs, your highs and lows, and stopping the damn run. Okay, so we tried to address it last year with Mozzie Smith, who, bro, you got to pay your deposit on your security space, on your storage unit, man. You got to pay that. Especially if you've got valuables. I can understand if you had a bunch of trash in your storage unit. It's like, I just don't want to move it and put it someplace else. You had good shit in there. You don't not pay the storage. But Mozzie was a disappointment. Mozzie was 337. And now he's under 300. Thanks, Dan Quinn. Thanks a lot for telling him to lose all that weight. So one of the visits they had today was with another defensive tackle. Okay? Tavondre Sweat. And this guy, I can guarantee you, he do a lot of sweating. I can guarantee, when you are 6'4", 362 pounds, you sweating in places you can't even see. You sweating all over you sweat. Now, that's a big man. That's a grown-ass man who Mike Zimmer will like. Mike Zimmer, see, here's the thing. Dan Quinn is like the seek and destroy missiles. He wants guys that are fast and physical that can get up the field. And see, that works great if you are one-dimensional and you got teams that are constantly passing. It's not worth a damn if people are running at you. And we saw every single time, the Cardinals ran for 280 yards on us. We saw Buffalo, who changed up and said, Josh Allen, you throw too many damn interceptions. We're only going to let you throw 13 times against the Cowboys defense. We're just going to run the football. they ran all over us. They ran roughshod over us, okay? Green Bay, they ran the hell out of it. And so, what that tells you is we're okay in regular season, but we got to build for playoffs. And this guy, he's not a sacker. And see, this is the problem, the misconception that people have, because he's got a half a sack. He's got a half a sack, okay? And I'll be honest with you, you know I don't do prospects, but I'm just looking at the sheer size. Just the sheer size of the guy. That boy is huge. 362. Look, that's adding 100 pounds to me. And granted, he is about 5 inches taller, maybe 6. Be that as it may, they're looking at defense and looking at the interviews they've done. 2 linebackers, I think 2 tackles, and a defensive end. That's the places of need truly on this team. So we'll see if anything comes from it. We'll see his workouts. I can't wait to see the big boy. See how at 6'4", 5'1", 40, 5'1". If he get anywhere below 5'1", I say sign him. But all jokes aside, the thing that you have to understand is he's had, I think, 20. I'm just going off the top of my head. I think he had like 20 solo tackles, like 3 tackles for a loss, or 5 tackles for a loss, 3 pass defenses. I guess he's batted the ball down, and half a sack. But you have to understand the position, and people don't understand it because they'll look at that and say, he's only got 20 tackles? What is he doing? No. Your job is to occupy space, okay? And occupy the offensive lineman. Force teams to have double teams on it. Keep the linebackers clean. And that's what I'd hoped that Mozzie Smith was going to do. Maybe we can finally get this right. I really wanted to keep John Ridgeway because I think John Ridgeway is going to be a player. But if you can do that, if you can get a guy who can push the pocket, they're not pushing a lot, but just be an immovable force. And 362 pounds is an immovable force. If he can drop the anchor at 362, good luck on that one. I'm telling you, good luck at that one. He knows how to drop the anchor, which means get your ass down on the ground. Or if he can learns how to get svelte and can turn the shoulders to split the double team so they don't have as big a target, then you've got something. And that's something that's been missing forever. And this is what Mike Zimmer definitely may want on his defense. So we'll see. That's a big man. Who knows if he's, like I said, I don't know. I just saw that that's one of the interviews. And I remember that name because the guy is so huge. He's huge. He's huge. So we'll see. This is where it gets to be exciting. And we'll be there. We'll be there at the draft. Yeah. There's only one problem. One problem with the draft. So day 1, you got 1 pick. Okay. 1 pick. So you got the whole first round. Day 2, you got the 2nd and 3rd round. So the first 2 days is good. Problem then is it's going to be a long day on Saturday. Because right now we don't have a 4th or a 5th. So what are we going to do for those rounds? And then you get the 6th and the 7th round. And it's kind of like, meh. Anyway, I appreciate you good people. And be safe out there. I got exactly 150 miles to go. 150 miles to go to see my baby. My baby. Can't wait to see my baby. All right. Peace.